Alright, so we're going to finish up Shed Stage 2. We're down here on Step 14. We need to create a drawing. So it says in the project browser, right click on Sheets, go to New Sheets, and we need 11 by 17. So over here is the project browser. I'm going to go down to where it says Sheets. I'm going to right click. I'm going to get a new sheet. Right now my only option is 30 by 42, so I've got to click Load. Once I click load, it should open up my Revit list of stuff. I'm going to go down to what's called title blocks, and I'm going to choose the 11 by 17 and hit open. Okay. So I've done all that. Okay. So now under Sheets, it's going to give me A101 unnamed. I'm going to rename it as Shed. Oh, got to hit OK. There's my sheet. Now if you notice over here by Sheets there's a plus sign, so I'm going to click on that. I'm going to right click, rename. I'm going to leave the number alone, but I'm going to name it Shed. Okay. I can also customize the title block. Just anywhere in here that has text, I can double click on it and put in what I would like. So I'm going to change the name of the owner to me. I'm going to change the name of the project to Shed. Okay, if you notice, you can go in and change the date and all kinds of different stuff. Okay, so here's my sheet. Now we're going to add in some different views. We're going to add in our 3D view, so we're going to make sure our 3D view looks nice, and then we're going to click and drag it over. So I'm going to come back to Revit, come over here to where it says 3D views in my project browser, and go look at my 3D view. When I click and drag, everything on this screen is going to go over to my sheet. So I don't want these lines in the background. So to hide those, I'm going to right click on it, and I'm going to click Hide in View, that entire category. Okay, so now I just have the little 3D model of my shed, and I think it looks nice. So now I'm going to go back to my sheet, so I could either come over here under Project Browser, or anything I've opened is up top here, so I'm going to click on that sheet. Then I just click and hold on that 3D view and drag it over, and then I can just click to place it, and there's the 3D view of my shed. Okay, it says prior to clicking and dragging the floor plan, we're going to adjust the crop box. The crop box is going to show you the size of the view. So we're going to click Show Crop Region, and then use the handles to clean it up a little bit. So it looks like it's down here. So Show Crop. Okay. So let's go back to my floor plan. The Show Crop Region, I feel like, is going to be down here. If you notice, it's highlighting the entire box. And then it said we could just use these blue circles to bring it in, because we don't need to see all that. We just want to see our little shed. Okay, so it was down here where it was like Show Crop Region, and now that I'm done with it, I can hide it again. Okay. We want our scale to be 1/4 by 1. So we can go show you where that is. So that's down here at the bottom. Right now it's actually at 1/8 to 1. So I'm going to click on that 1/8 to 1, and I'm going to change it to 1/4 to 1. I'm going to go back to my sheet and just click and drag it over. So that's the floor plan floor. Click and drag. And there's my floor plan. Okay. All right. Now it wants us to put in 2 elevation views. It wants one that's going to show the door, and then the other to show the wall to the right when you're looking at the door. So that's going to be our elevations over here. So let's come look at them. Good news, the first one I clicked was the east elevation that has my door. Again, it's going to show these lines, so I would like to make them a little closer to my building. So I'm just going to click and bring those lines closer. I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to click and bring these lines closer. Okay, so there's my east elevation. That's one of the ones I want. So I'm going to come back to shed, and I can click and drag over the east elevation. So I'm just going to plop that right there. So now I can see my door. And then I can also do the same thing with my north side. So I'm just going to click. Again, I've got to bring these lines in closer. Okay, I don't want the words to be on the building, but they can be close to it. And then we're just going to click and bring over our north view. Trying to line it up with the other one. There's my north. Alright, now it's going to have me go in and add in some interior walls. So we're going to add in an interior wall to separate the two rooms. And it says we're going to do a permanent dimension, and we want to attach that wall to the roof, which we can do, and add a door to that wall. Okay, so we can do that real quick. So I'm going to go back to floor plan floor, because that's where that would happen. I'm going to go from up here, zoom in a little bit, and I'm just going to split this shed. I don't know, maybe I'll just make a little corner back room just for fun. So I'm going to go architecture wall. I don't want a basic generic wall. I'm going to see if I can choose some kind of interior wall. Okay, so I'm going to choose just one of these interior walls. Okay, I'm going to go from there, down this way a little bit, close off the wall on this side. So now I have my interior walls. I'm going to cancel to get out of those walls for a second. I'm going to also go ahead and add a door on this on one of these walls, and this says it's an interior door, so I could go with that one. Or if you'd rather get a different one, you can always load family, go back up to where you can get to more door options, go under residential, and choose some other type of interior door. And choose the width you want on your door. And I'm going to have it open this way, and I'm going to go ahead and cancel to get out of it. I'm going to click on this door, and I want it to open like back against the wall. So I've done interior walls. I put a new interior door. I want to get those walls up to a roof, so I might need to go to 3D view to be able to do that. Click on the roof. So I think I can temporarily hide that roof. So I'm just going to hide that element real quick. And then if you want to get it back, you can hit reset and it'll come back. Okay, so if you need to see it without the roof for a second, you can click on highlight the roof, come down here to temporary hide the element, and then you can get it back. Okay, so I'm going to click on both these walls by holding control and highlighting both of them. Then I'm going to click attach to top or base, and then come back to reset, and then I'm going to click the roof. I don't know. Okay. So we did some of that stuff, and then again we did all the unhide. We can go into site plan and add in some grass and trees, and we can look at it in 3D. So let's try to add some trees and some grass. So it's going to be under site plan. So under floor plan, see where it says site. So I'm going to double click on site, and then I'm going to there's a way to insert a topo surface. Up here under massing and site, we're going to add a topo surface, and then we can also add site components. So I'm going to go topo surface first, and just basically if you click on the 4 corners around your shed, it will put in some topography. Okay, you can even change the elevation on that if you'd like. I'm going to go ahead and finish it. If I click on that topo surface right now, it's telling me it doesn't have a material, so let's go see if we can find something that looks like grass. So under material, I click the ... so I could get some more information on what it's made out of. Okay, so let's see if we can find grass. And it looks like right now it's not in there. So let's see if we can find a way to get some. I'm going to open that asset browser. And let's see if inside that asset browser if there's any grass. There we go. So we got some generic grass. So I'm going to pop that over. I'm just going to hit apply and OK. So now when we look at it in 3D here in a sec, it should look like grass. Then I'm going to do site component. And we got a bunch of different options under site component of some different types of trees we can add. You can also go load family and get some more options. So I'm just going to put a couple trees. Couple blueberry bushes just for fun. And then a couple maples. Now let's go into 3D and see how it looks. There we go. So now in our 3D view we have grass and we have some trees. If I hit escape, it'll get me out of the adding trees. Good. All right. So we have completed shed stage 2.